Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here, and we're going to be playing some Hearts of Iron 3's Black Ice 10.41, and of course we're playing as Germany. I was asked a short while ago, what is your plan? Well, my plan is to slowly lose, because we are losing. And I don't see a good way out of it. And we won here. I think we will attack it. Yeah, just keep pushing, you push into there. Yes, cast pilot. And we're gonna leave that going, and well, you know, just like we did last time. Yeah. Well, we're slowing up the Soviet advance at least. Fleet commando units. Oh, Suitor. Okay, I'm sorry if I don't keep track of who's on which one. Oh, you're just over there playing the Wave 4 DLC, and I think it's great. Right. Well, so is it out yet? Is it? Have I just missed the release of that? The new one. And then I need to get it if if it's already out. Oh, it's not out. Okay. Yeah. Paradox, I don't know if you guys know, has been going through a period of change recently. The old boss is back again. The woman boss that they brought in is out, and they're shifting and changing things around. I don't know how much that's going to affect Toy 4 as a game or not. I don't know. Yeah, I follow things. I'm not going to say I'm no longer in the beta, so I'm not getting some of my previous inside information that I used to get. But since I'm not, I'm also able to talk about things a little bit more than I used to be able to, because I'm still under an NDA for things that happened back then. But unless I can see it in the outside world, as it were. Okay, we'll put you in charge. Now let's see. He's not effective. Defensive SS here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the Waffen SS or Waffen Grenadier Division der SS Italian #1 was not a very good division. But we will still use it. Let's send it here to the east instead of Italy. Very good, IKB. And as soon as it's out, I'm planning on getting it and playing as well. It's not going to hold. Without manpower, this isn't going to go well. Okay, Suitor. Yeah, I know how that goes. Down here, good. Winning in Africa, being pushed back here. Okay, well, I guess we'll move these Italians in. Hungarian and Italian division. Battering. Let's send you back up to the front. Hopefully these will be getting manpower from their nations and not from mine for replacements. I had such high hopes for Hoi 4. I really did. Well, let's then grab those two are add that to there. Well, a little better of a unit. Where's more of those? Light guns, I know they're up to, well. Let's go with those two. Here. Use military technology to compensate for manpower shortages. Hello, Stephen. Well, what you can do is change some of the laws here. Now you can also come here and reduce strength of units. So this reduces the manpower needs per unit. The reason I'm not doing that is because I don't think I need more units. In fact, if anything, I could disband some units and think I'd be good. Where I'm having more of a problem is, I mean, sure, there's a lot of these units that are attacking me, and there's sometimes a lot of them here, but a lot of these units are actually fairly weak. You know, these are tank brigades. So if we're not getting good numbers on some of these, if we were to look at some of these attacks, they're not, you know, there may be like 6, 8, you know, of these units or more, but they're not individually very good. So the idea of just more manpower isn't necessarily okay. There's a heavy flak unit. Let's compute it. Isn't necessarily the thing that is missing. So the way, like I say, I could go in and ruthlessly, and I did go in before and delete a bunch of the HQs. If you look back at earlier episodes that I had here, and I could delete some more units. Really, I want to fight this by having. Oh well, and there's also yes, there are technologies here. See, this one reduces manpower. This one ups manpower. Well, it's 1944, so when we get another slot, but it reduces our ICs. So there are some of these various technologies here that will help out with manpower as well. So there are things like that too. Oh, good. We're okay. They're almost out. Okay, great. What's the hills? Okay, we're mostly going down. Well, let's that way. Let's move you this way. We're in the mountains already. Let's look at terrain here. Oh no, you're just in the hills. So reach out somewhat intact. Just to this river, maybe. Let's take a look at what air we may have usable here in the east, because I'm seeing they're dive bombing my troops. Okay, where are you? Here, intercept this region. It's some up that we go. Still in bad shape. No, that one's in good enough shape. Not in good shape, but good enough shape. Before I missed it, but is there a way you can win against the Soviets still, or is this about buying time? I think the game's lost, Suter. That's my defeatism here. What I am doing is, you can just see here, building lots of infrastructure, because a massive amount of my problems are lack of supplies, lack of organization of units, as much as it is about strength of units. But even if I get supplies flowing to this front here, I don't think I'm winning. This I fortunately basically defeated Operation Torch, and I've defeated a AI invasion up here, British invasion up here. So that is doing fine, but let's move you down this way. I don't know that we need to, but let's just grab one of these. The rest can come here. So yeah, no, I think this is more about just holding on. And I know I don't think Suter's been around that much. Steiner and Grief will change everything, yes. Taking on the scripted invasion, I had a fairly large force sitting up here in Cartagena. Spain is in the Axis, but not in the war. So we were able to have a fairly large force here ready to move down. Okay, well, there's some good units there. So, well, we have the main transport fleet. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's coming back up here. We want to transfer some more forces down here. Okay, they finally made it. The last unit made it out of that. Fall down into here. You start falling. You start retreating into there. Pitching here. So I don't see a real plan out of this. And like I was starting to say, I was just playing this series initially as a hey, what's changed in Black Ice? Let's just check it out, because I'm at the time, and I'm preparing to build my own mod, or to update my own mod, so I need to know what's changed. And it just kept going, and then things, and I wasn't prepared properly for a Soviet invasion of the Soviet Union. I knew it at the time. I still thought, well, people wanted to see it, let's do it. And that's turned out that way. Meaning everything is collapsing. I really wish the AI, I don't think the AI is smart enough to constantly unnerve me by attacking, stopping and starting an attacks constantly, because I'm following him back. Okay. Alright, that's probably for good reason there. Like every hour they stop that attack. Okay, Panzer Grenadier HQs have advanced. We'll let that continue. But we're not going to take the HQ, because I'll just take manpower that we don't have. Keep building that infrastructure. Oh yes, rather heavily. We can look quickly at the air war here. Air map mode. We can see they bombed here recently in the last however many days. The coal there. We can see all the air battles that have been happening here. Bombing some of my infrastructure here. Bombing over here. So they're most assuredly doing a bombing campaign. No, it's over here in Lear. They're hitting here. Oh, they're for sure doing that. This is brilliant by the Black Ice guys, giving America, not so much specifically here, but all this area here. There were so many air bases. It's almost as if they had given some territory to the Americans. So having this here really sets up a American bombing campaign, and I've definitely seen. Like right here, American bombers. These aren't specifically strategic, but they're definitely bombing here. And I still have some fighters up here that are intercepting. Um, well, I believe it is best to win the air war with air units. Now, why should I build? Yeah, probably I should at this point, but again, we're looking more short term rather than long term. I'm looking at building up infrastructure here in the east. So it hmm. I think if you do it well and do it right, it's better to have a lot of air. It's better to put your ICs into air units and have those proper have a proper amount of those than to spend money on fixed AA units. I think that's generally a better thing. Now at this point, it probably would be better to build some AA units, but still. Okay. Well, before I do this. Okay, so we see soft attack is 11, hard attack is 2.79, and piercing is 53. Okay, so 11, almost 3, and 53. And now here we have hard attack is 33, soft attack is almost 5, and piercing is 34. So this, by putting in flak guns, we're reducing the amount of heart attack we do considerably, but we're upping its piercing. Huh. Hmm. Well, is that a better solution? I'm not sure. With this transport, so now we have better transport. So let's move these guys to here. I think I'm going to send this all the way down to here. Yes, the AI. Okay, at some point, and I don't know currently what it's set at. If the AI gets it notices too much AA, it will avoid that. So, two factories here in Cologne. Is it worth putting an AA to defend that? Now we have all these factories with the heavy industry. Yes, it's absolutely worth it. So. And you will see what Third Reich Events does is that this whole region here was a Luftflak zone or whatever before as part of the West Wall building program. And so I've sort of given you relatively cheaper event, that does still cost, but gives a bunch of AA for a lot of this sort of region in here. Not all over Germany, so you get that, and that's pretty good, which definitely reduces. And it's not overwhelming, but it's definitely some AA there in that regions, and that's definitely a good one to take. Now we should give you to, I don't know, I guess these guys. Oh, another unit there. See. Well, Just lost that HQ that was here. Retreat into the mountains. Can't retreat here just yet because we got to get these guys out because we don't want to have that get overrun. You come into there. Bone arm. Protection equipment. Very nice. That over here. No. What would be over here, I think? Here, okay, it's grayed out. I just like to find these amphibious unit training. Have enough of these guys. Let's stop this. That and direct fire. And SSHQs have. Stop that and move it over to some of these other X. No, elite commando, something that's going to be more broadly affecting here. Reinforcements from there. Nope, Kriegsmarine hasn't gotten there yet. Okay, well, I think we're going to keep the live stream going, but I think we're going to end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. See you next time for more, yes, even more Hearts of Iron.